Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Here in Greer, the official podcast of the city of Greer. I'd like to welcome you to our first broadcast, and this being the Christmas season, it's our pleasure to welcome Sergeant Jeff Smith from the Greer Police Department. Jeff, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Steve. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell the audience a little bit about your history with the PD, how you got into the department, into law enforcement, and what your duties are.
All right. Well, I've started here almost 27 years ago. I started January the 20th, 1994. It's just been a childhood dream of always wanting to be a cop. I'm currently assigned to our community outreach team, kind of oversee all the special events and things that go on downtown, and also all of our crime prevention efforts for the department.
Christmas season right now is coming upon us, which means the bad guys are out there trying to make a profit at our expenses. How much do you see an increase in criminal activity during the holidays?
Well, certainly this time of year we see an increase in things such as auto breakings, shoplifting, purse snatchings, things of that sort.
What can people do, really to protect themselves and their purchases is what we're going to talk about this morning a little bit. And I think it's very important to keep spreading that word. A lot of people will say, well, that's common sense, but a lot of people don't use common sense during the holidays.
They certainly don't. It's just an oversight on certain things. I guess some of the biggest tips that we can give during this season is to lock your doors, whether it be your home, your garage, carports, specifically your vehicles. We see a lot of auto break-ins where people leave valuables such as laptops, purses, currency, firearms, you name it, we've seen it. And a lot of times, I would say between 80 to 85% of the auto break-ins that we investigate, the vehicles are simply left unlocked.
Let's talk about people who are going out to stores. What are some tips they can do before they even leave their homes?
Before you even leave your home, make sure that you have good situational awareness. That starts from walking out of your front door, backing out of your driveway, just being aware of your surroundings. We ask that people avoid shopping alone if possible, and to carry minimal amounts of cash. Most people nowadays, they do seem to use the debit card or credit cards more often, but don't take large amounts of cash with you when you go shopping.
And it's not so much when they get to the store that they need to be particularly attentive, although that is important, but driving to the store, going to the ATM, parking, and getting to the store. What are some tips for that?
Sure. Be cautious and alert while using any ATM or outside money machines. Park in well-lit areas at nighttime. Try to park as close as you can to the store under a well-lit parking area. Be aware of your surroundings. Again, situational awareness is extremely important. Avoid looking at your phone. Should you walk by someone, don't be afraid to make eye contact. Let them know that they're there. And walk with a purpose. Be confident. Be alert to strangers approaching you or anybody that's approaching you. And again, don't leave items visible in your parked car, and always lock the door. We can't stress that enough. We put multiple intel sites or intel information on our sites throughout the year, reminding people to lock their doors, and they just simply don't do it.
So many people are preoccupied during the holidays. They think, okay, I got to go get this present, just close the door without locking it. Make it a habit. The more it becomes a habit, the more you do it.
Right. That's right.
Well, inside the stores, people tend to feel safe. They're around other people. They don't feel bad. But even if you're at a register making a purchase with your credit card, what can they do? If
you're using a debit or credit card, certainly you want to be mindful of someone standing to your either side or to the rear of you. They can look and see what your PIN number is. So you want to protect that PIN number at all times. Be alert to especially women. We walk in these shopping centers a lot during this time, just being a deterrent with people seeing us, and you wouldn't believe the number of purses that we see left unattended. All it takes is a second, just long enough for somebody to grab it and walk off. You said something a minute ago. We do seem to get caught up in the moment, so pay especially attention to purses, things of that nature. Be cautious of pickpockets. People still do that. It doesn't happen just in New York. It does happen around here. And watch for package thieves. You know, if you have a buggy full of stuff that you've already paid for and you're waiting on your spouse or a friend to come pick you up at the door, make sure that you're not looking at your phone and paying attention to your purse, your wallets, and your recent purchases.
Now, as you leave the store, you obviously have your purchases with you. You might be carrying them. And that's when someone can easily jump out and come towards you. How should you be aware after you've come out of a store?
We recommend that people do not walk through the parking lots or leave a store with their arms and hands slammed full of stuff. If you can, leave one hand free in order to defend yourself in case someone comes up to attack you. Have your keys readily available before you get to your vehicle. These keys can also be used as a weapon should something take place. And don't leave packages in your car and lock your vehicle upon returning home. Again, while walking out through the parking lot, walk with a purpose. Don't be afraid to make eye contact with those that you come, in contact with. Let them know that you're there. Just a good situational awareness. Know what's going on around you. Don't be buried into your phone.
And that's probably more important during the evening hours. When you come out, it's getting darker earlier, so 5:30, people can easily hide behind cars. Just be aware.
That's right.
Do you recommend people bringing high-pitched sirens or pepper spray or something like that with them?
Anything that can draw attention to yourself should you be attacked or come under assault in a parking lot or in a shopping center. Pepper spray, little handheld whistles, anything like that is good. And we certainly recommend anything that can be considered to keep you safe.
Now, there are some folks out there who say, I know all this, I just don't go to the store. I'm going to go online and order what I want to. But that can be equally as challenging because you do have the pirates out there and people trying to do what to do. They say, well, I just go on Amazon and have it delivered to me. What are some things they should look out for?
We certainly all watch the news and we all see and know what YouTube is. We see the porch pirates, and that does seem to increase beginning around October, November, through the first of the year. Always verify the websites and use secured payment methods anytime you're doing any kind of online shopping. As far as leaving items on your porch, we don't recommend that you do that. There's things out here. We have several locally here in the city of Greer, the Amazon lockers. I know there's one up at the QT there on Wade Hampton. Consider having your packages either left with a trusted neighbor or have them shipped to your work. I know a lot of people that do that. But also make sure that you get a tracking information, the tracking number, and alert neighbors when a delivery is expected if you won't be home.
That's a really good tip. I order a lot of things, and my wife works from home, so I just keep the tracking number up when it says it's been delivered. Oftentimes they will post a picture of where it's been delivered. It's usually at the bottom of a lot of steps, so I just tell my wife to go pick that up. Yeah. Good way to do it. Well, these are some great tips, Jeff. We appreciate that. Hope to have you on several times throughout the year as we have big events going on, talking about how we can keep people safe in Greer.
Certainly. I really appreciate it.
And
Thanks for the invite.
This is a great time of the year because the Greer Police Department is hosting its Cops for Tots program. I believe it's this Saturday at the time of our recording, would be tomorrow. That will be going out and distributing toys to, I believe, over 100 disadvantaged children from families. That's just a great program, and kudos to you guys for doing it.
Absolutely. It is a testament of our, not just our police department and the dedication and commitment from our officers in this program, because this is our 32nd year, but this is a program that is truly 100% committed through the citizens of Greer. That's businesses, churches, individuals, all sorts of things. I mean, I'm truly blown away each year, and it seems like each year something new happens, and you're like, wow, it certainly is a wow factor for me.
Yeah, we see this being such a great community project. And, even when it's back to school time, you do the Stuff a Cruiser campaign, usually over at Walmart. People come by and bring school materials.
Yeah.
This year, I think there were 3 cruisers.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 or 4 cruisers, but it was a lot.
That just speaks to the great community in which we live. That's right. And speaking to that, we want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. This will be our only podcast before the holiday. So we hope you and your family have a very safe, very blessed, very healthy holiday. 2020 certainly been a different kind of year, but nothing can stop us when we're together, and enjoy that time for the holidays. Thanks again for joining us, everybody. For Jeff Smith, this is Steve Owens for Here in Greer.